What is up guys, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Raf and I'm a YouTuber based here in Sydney. Alright, in this video we're going to do another Sydney lockdown content. What I mean by that is because we're stuck indoors, can't really go anywhere, so we're gonna do content that's lockdown friendly. Based at home. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna take a look at some frozen food home kits. What I mean by that is, as you all know, since last year 2020, when all this craziness started, a lot of restaurants have started doing premium quality frozen pre-made-ish sort of home kits. In this video we're particularly going to take a look at ramen home kits. So alright, so these are not just any ramen kits, these are premium frozen ramen kits from 3 famous shops here in Sydney. So we're going to take a look at a frozen home kit from Gumshara, Chaco ramen, the fat soy ramen, and we're going to take a look at Ippudo's Hakata style ramen. We're going to take a look at that. Bonito tonkotsu ramen. I'm not going to compare which one's better than the other. In this video, we're going to take a look at how they compare to their shop counterparts. What I mean is like, how good is this ramen kits compared to like having it fresh at the shop normally? You know what I mean? So pretty much each of these kits come with instructions on how to defrost, prepare, reheat, heat up, all this stuff. It's very straightforward. We're gonna start off with Gumshara. Based on last year's one, it was pretty much super close to how they do it at the shop. But this year, is it the same? Is it just as good as last year's? Is it quite close to how it is at Gumshara? We actually ate their ramen at the shop. And in the kit, for each serving, you get the tonkotsu broth, you get the noodles, you get the flavored menma, bamboo shoots, and 3 slices of chashu. I think there's like 3 or 4 in there. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys how to prepare this really quick, and then we'll jump into eating the ramen. Let's get it. And here we are, Gumshara's signature tonkotsu ramen. We're about to have it, starting with the noodles. So the noodles I cooked just over a minute so that it's still al dente or katame. I just made my own egg or ajitsuko tamago, ajitamago. Added nori and some green onions. Typical tonkotsu ramen that you can have at Gumshara. Alright, noodles. Just like at the shops. And with every strand of noodles, the thick mud style tonkotsu broth just hugs into each noodles. You can taste all the flavor, all the umami, hashtag we love umami. The gravy-like consistency can turn off some people, but trust me, once you have it in the bowl, when you slurp it with the noodles and all that, it actually makes sense. Alright, let's take a look at the broth and see how it's like compared to when you have it at the shop. It's still thick, not as gravy-like when you have it at the shop. It's still there. The consistency is still quite thick. It's got the same flavoring as the shop. Like when I say by that is, it's just like the level of saltiness, the umami, all those flavors, just the same as when you have it at the shop. Just the consistency, it's not as thick. But I'm not mad about it. I actually don't mind it to be a little bit thinner like this, just how I'm having it right now. Oh yeah. Have a bit of that chashu. Hell yeah. And the menma. Alright guys, on to the next ramen guys. Alright guys, here it is, our Chaco ramen kit. Boom, assembled. Those noodles guys. Oh. Alright guys, let's dig in. Itadakimasu. I cooked that about a minute and 10 seconds. It's perfect. So the broth is just like, pretty much this is almost just like the shop. Oh man, that python broth is so good. So it's a mixture of pork and chicken and some veggies in that broth. And it's python style, so it's a bit cloudy. And you can taste the notes of chicken, pork, garlicky notes in there. And it's not gonna be fat soy ramen or Chaco ramen if it doesn't come with flame seared chashu. So tender, it's falling apart. Oh my God. Tender, smoky, a lot of umami. Hashtag we love umami. It's so thick, but the mouthfeel is slightly different because I'm used to always ordering extra back fat when I'm at the shop, and that gives it a bit more of a mouthfeel. But this one's got already a decent amount of fat in there, so that's good. No complaints. Love it. Alright, next ramen. And today's ramen is from Ippudo, and we're having their ramen kit. That's the Bonito Tonkotsu ramen kit, home ramen kit to be exact. Your ramen kit comes with noodles, broth, menma, and chashu. The broth in particular is not just a standard tonkotsu or a pork bone broth. It's actually also flavored with a bit of bonito. You'll be getting like a fishy, smoky flavor with your pork broth. And it comes with the Hakata style ramen noodles. Look at that. I cooked this for about a minute so that it should still be al dente or katame. So good. Wow, that's really good noodles. It's really good Hakata style ramen noodles. Alright, we're about to get into that broth. That's so nice. I love yokai tonkotsu or seafood tonkotsu ramen. The seafood component, or in this case the bonito component, adds extra umami and a bit of smokiness, like accents of smokiness into the broth, and that's amazing. It gives this broth an extra layer of flavor. The chashu's buttery, super flavorsome. It's so tender that when I pick it up, it like falls apart. I'm happy with all three of them. Here are if you're missing ramen, if you're missing eating at ramen shops here in Sydney, here are your choices. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. See you guys in the next video. Until then, peace, much love, and I'm out.